Okay, Python for loops. A loop is used to iterating over a sequence that is either a list, a tuple, a dictionary, a set, or a string. This is less like the for keyword in the other programming languages, and works more like an iterator method as found in other object-oriented programming languages. With the for loop, we can execute a set of statements once for each item in a list, tuple, set, etc. Example: print each fruit in fruit list. Fruits: apple, banana, cherry. For x in fruits, print x. Right. The for loop does not require an indexing variable to set beforehand. Okay. Looping through a string. Even strings are iterable objects. They contain a sequence of characters. Okay. So loop through the letters in word banana. For x in banana, print x. So the break statement. With the break statement, we can stop the loop. We can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items. Okay. So exit the loop when x is banana, fruits, apple, banana, cherry. For x in fruits, print x. Right. So apple, banana, cherry will be printed. If x equals banana, then break. Okay. So that means only apple will be printed, right? Apple. If x equals banana, then break. Okay, so banana is being printed too, and then after the banana, then nothing will be printed. Example: if the loop okay, so example, exit the loop when x is banana, but this time the break comes before the print. Okay, now that is the difference. Okay, so if you see x is printed. Okay, so before x is printed, but and after banana the break statement, but here before printing the break statement, so banana will not be printed, only apple will be printed. The continue statement. With the continue statement, we can stop the current iteration of the loop and continue with the next. Okay, do not print banana, fruits, apple, banana, cherry. For x in fruits, if x equals banana, continue, print x. Right. um, Fruits, apple, banana, cherry. For x in fruits, if x equals banana, then continue, print x. So let's see, banana will be skipped, right? The range function to loop through a set of code, to loop through a set of code just a specified number of times, we can use range function. The range function returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default and increments by 1 by default and ends at a specified number. Okay, so using the range function for x in range 6, so 0 to 5 will be printed, right? Note that range is not the values of 0 to 6, but the values of 0 to 5. The range function defaults to 0 as a string value, starting value. The range function defaults to 0 as a starting value. However, it is possible to specify the starting value by adding a parameter range to 6, which means the value from 2 to 6, not including 6. Okay, so using the starting parameter for x in range 2 to 6, print x, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, you will get this. The range function defaults to increment by sequence. The range function defaults to increment by sequence by 1. However, it is possible to specify the increment value and a third parameter. Okay, so 20, 33. So if you see, increment the sequence by 3, default is 1, right? So 2 to 30, but every time 3 would be incremented, right? So 2, then 5, 5, then 8, 11, 40. So this is how it works. Okay. um, Else in for loop, the else keyword in a for loop specifies a block of code to be executed when the loop is finished. Okay, so print all numbers from 0 to 5 and print a message when the loop has ended, right? For x in range 6, print x. So that means 0 to 5, right? Else print finally finished. uh, so block of code execute when the loop is finished. Okay, so yes, we understand when the loop is finished, the else will be implemented. It's not like a if statement, right? In if statement, if is executed, else is not will not be executed. But in for loop, this will be executed after the for loop finish. The else block will not be executed if the flock is stopped by a break statement. Okay. So if it's break, then else will not be executed. For x in range 6, if x equals 3 break, then print x, right? So then 0 1 2, and then it will break and nothing will be. Nested loops, a nested loop is a loop inside a loop, right? The inner loop will be executed one time for each iteration of the outer loop. So okay, red adjective this and fruits, apple, banana, cherry. For x in edge, for y in fruits, print x y, right? So x starts from 0, right? In okay, so then y starts from 0 too, and then all of the values of y is executed, right? Red apple, red banana. I hope you understand this one, right? uh, for x, the x for when x is 0, then that means red, right? So then it comes into the loop, and then for x 0, all three iterations of y will be will come, right? So y 0 means apple, so x red, y uh, adjective 0 fruits 0, that means red apple. And then adjective 0 fruits 1, that means red banana. Adjective 0 fruits 2, then that means red cherry. And then second iteration of outer for loop. Okay, so x would be 1 in this case, so big will come here. So big 0 apple, big banana, so this is big apple, big banana, big cherry. So this is how it will work. The past statement for loops cannot be empty, but if you for some reason have a for loop with no content, put in the past statement to avoid getting an error, right? Example, for x in 0 1 2 pass, right? So let's see. Having an empty for loops like this would raise an error without the pass statement. Um, what will be the result of the following code? For x in range 3, print x 0 1 2, right? Loop through the items in the fruits list. Fruits, apple, banana, cherry. Uh, for x in fruits, and then this. In the loop, when the item value is banana, jump directly to the next item. In the loop, when the item value is banana, jump directly to the next item. Uh, in the one item value is banana, jump directly to the next item. Fruits, apple, banana, cherry. For x in fruits, if x equals banana, uh, okay, continue, right? Where use the range function to loop through a code set 6 times. Use the range function to loop through a code set 6 times, right? Range function. 0 to 5 will be printed, maybe. Yes. uh, Exit the loop when x is banana. Okay, so x in then break. Okay.